Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the live today. Happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. If you're in the future, hello, Violet. Nice to see you. When can we meet about OBS, or do I have to wait until the class? Because I really would love to get the music like you had today. Hey, Rishi, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I sometimes think I'm in the future too, especially when I'm scared and anxious like I was half of this morning. Definitely living in the future then. Hello, welcome. Who else is here today? How's the sound? Everybody hear the sound okay? Music? Hi, Rishi. Yeah, I can relate to being stressed. I get scared and anxious and disappointed very easily in life. I haven't had that much disappointment lately, but when facing a lot of unknowns, it can be very scary and anxiety ridden for me. So I guess that's a form of stress. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to you. Looks like we have a small start today, which is just fine. Today we're doing readings using the Spin the Wheel app, and we'll be doing channeled messages. So, Violet, ooh, the music. Yes, my sons are coming up for the 4th of July. Let's see if we can do it one day next week. Sounds good. After I see what works, it's like when my vacation is over. Yeah, Rishi, thank you. Hope I am very well, Rishi. Would appreciate some guidance on what I could do to manifest a job. I've been trying, but nothing is working and I'm stuck. Thank you. Well, Rishi, what I do is everybody gets a chance. So I don't take random questions in the chat until somebody gets called on, but I use a wonderful wheel. Hello, Hannah with the glasses. I use a wonderful wheel that lets the universe decide who gets to go. So if you'd like, I could add your name to the list and you would be the very first person. Oh, it's your first time? Yeah, I do it a smidge different than some other folks. Our dear friend and fellow teacher, Rev J and the gang, recommended that using this wheel, and it's just an app called Wheel of Names online, or I think it's on the phones as well. And it's been fun because it means when somebody's late, they can still get on the list and they have a chance at a reading. And it also takes the stress and the pressure off of me. So yes, good morning, good morning. Oh, first time, wonderful. Yes, fair chance to all. And that's what I love about it. Fair chance to all. How's everybody? Hannah, how are you? How are your glasses? Sorry, I keep saying that, but what's going on? Thanks so much for your sweet message. Hey, Joanne, how's the future? Give me some good news, my friend. No, just kidding. And I think that's my friend Carrie, too. Is that Carrie? Hello, Carrie. Good to see you. I'm glad you're doing well, Hannah. I really, really appreciated your message. It sounded like that was a great breakthrough for you on Saturday. I really loved that. Just got a new chair today, guys, so I'm actually gonna be comfortable, but I might be having to move things around a little bit. Inga, welcome. Good to see you, dear. Pleasure to see you. Get out. You're kidding me. Hannah says she has written a lot of music since the my healing or the reading that we did. Yeah, it was healing for you, huh? Hi, Melinda. Good to see you. I've enjoyed seeing your pictures on Instagram. Hi, Carolyn. Good to see you too. I like the universe component of it. Wheel picks who needs it. Exactly. Based on where they're at and what is necessary for the live in the day. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Oh, it's so nice having you guys here. I love getting together with you guys. Even if we don't do anything, it's just nice. I've been thinking about community a lot on my morning walks lately, and it's been something that for 12 years I didn't really have. And then when I started with Insight Timer as a user, as a meditator, I could see that there was a possibility for it. And I mean, I've had community. I've been involved in a various number of online gaming communities because over the last 15 years, I've done a lot of online gaming and have some really great friends through that. In fact, the friend I'm staying with in Utah is one of my longest buddies from that. And so there's a lot of good connection there. But what I'm personally been feeling over the last few years is just that missing that spiritual community because I used to have that when I was living in LA. So it's been on my mind again a lot lately, and how much I appreciate having you all here and having you all follow, and just how much you guys enjoy doing the readings and spending an hour and a half with me. So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm really looking forward to meeting more people for personal spiritual community, like, out in the waking world, not the waking world, the world above ground, living above ground. Yeah. So when I get to my final destination, that's one of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to. Painting your foyer. Linda, you are such a handy gal, aren't you? I love that. Or a handy person. I don't know how to say that right. I love that for you. That's super cool. Oh, wait, no, Melinda was the one with the drill. Oh, you guys are busy with houses and stuff. That's awesome. Violet says, okay, I have to run and pick up some groceries for when my sons come. Okay, I will see you later, Violet. I appreciate you saying hello. Oh, Melinda, are you in Violet and Melanie's book club? That's awesome. I forget who had the drill. Melinda didn't have the drill. It was Linda. That's right. Don't mess with Linda with the drill. Oh, you're in the book club too, Joanne? I love that for you guys. It's super awesome. Saving money for a vacation if I could do it myself. Why not? You know, if I could have somebody else meditate for me and gain the benefit, I don't think I'd do it. I was almost going to say I would have them do it, but I just really enjoy meditating. And that's going to be greater now with this new chair that's supposed to be comfortable for 6 to 8 hours. So, power tools. Linda loves her power tools. I love that for you. We all love our different things. My friends, how are you all today? I feel like I haven't seen you in 5 days, which is about true, right? Saturday to Sunday to Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday. Yeah, 5 days. A good chair is a power tool as well. I agree, Inga. And I like to share my processes with you guys. And I was very anxious and nervous this morning. I had a very struggly meditation, and I haven't had struggly meditations in a long time. I had a very comfortable chair at Marty's house. And then I realized, if I'm going to, not if, how do I say it? Well, what I was thinking was, if I'm going to get a job and be working full time and sitting at a desk here at home, I need to be comfortable, and that's important for my health and everything. So I asked my buddy if we could go get it, and I'm really glad I got it on a discount. It's rare to get a good office chair for $99. So that was a win. But I really kind of hemmed and hawed about it. I didn't know if I should spend the money since I haven't found the job yet. So it was a lot of anxiety this morning. But then we assembled it and I sat down and I felt like my body relaxed. So I appreciate you saying that, Inga. Yeah, good chair is a power tool. What, Jennifer? 113 degrees in Vegas? Wow. I need to say when I get the job. What? Yeah, I do need to say when I get the job. And then that if, I'm just being real, that if is a reflection of my current mind state. I'm in a lot of, well, a mild amount, but more than I'm used to, of anxiety and fear around it. And yeah, it's been challenging. So Rishi, let's see what channel message you get if you get called on, because I have a feeling that that message is going to be for me as well. So, yeah, Linda, I agree. We need good chairs at our age. It's so true. And I know you guys haven't seen it, but my physical, my bodily seat does not have much natural cushion anymore. It did when I was younger and heavier, but now it does not have a lot of natural cushion. So having the chair have that cushion for me is really important. It's providing the foundation of ease. Carolyn, I love that. Thank you. Yes, and it's a statement that we're worth it when we invest, literally invest. It's the way I've been thinking about it. When we invest in things that help us feel good, regardless of what it is, and or have that ease and have that comfort. That I think is important, obviously without excess. And go, no, 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 not when you get the job. You will have the job. Yeah, you're right. I did some scripting in Violet's live earlier today, and I feel like I want to do some more scripting, but it was a really, really, really cool scripting for work. Rishi, fingers crossed I get called. Yes, we'll see what happens, my friend. You too, Carolyn? Are you job searching as well then? Yes, indeed. We are all looking, or we are all trying to come in alignment for the best job for us. Melinda, you should join Susan's live tonight and maybe has some great predictions for you. I was planning on it. Let me see what time that is. Appreciate the reminder. I was planning on it tonight. Looks like it's 7 my time, so can do. Yeah, I love Susan dearly. I wish I could do more privates with her right now, but as great as it feels, those are expenditures that are not in the budget right now. Melinda, I know what you mean about not much cushion. I've never had any yourself. There you go. Good, good, good. My friends, so happy to see you here today. Let's start with a meditation because I know that my heart and mind could use a little grounding. I am not used to. I'm gonna sweat today during the live. I should have worn a different shirt, but we'll be fine. Hannah is taking a year off of working to be creative and see what happens next. I love that for you. I've had sabbaticals like that as well, and they can be really empowering and really relaxing. So I really, really love that for you. All right, my friends. Let's take a moment, just close our eyes. Take a moment to be still. Let's allow the day or the night that preceded to gently slip away. Take a moment to offer the evening or the day that's ahead of you up to the universe, allowing it to control the ebb and flow and to orchestrate all the important people, places, and things for your day or your evening. And with each breath, my friends, I invite you to just let it all drop off you like water off a duck's back. And gently and slowly become aware of the different parts of your body that are touching and physically connecting with the chair or piece of furniture beneath you. If you're walking, be mindful of how your feet are landing on the ground as you walk, but just pay attention. Perhaps your forearms are resting on armrests or on your lap, your buttocks and back of your legs, how your different upper and lower back are touching the chair. And just allow yourself to receive the support, the holding, the comfort of the chair, containing and holding your body. It's easy for us to forget. It's quick for us to forget how wonderfully and perfectly supported we are in this very moment. When we fret or have sadness or disappointment or anger over the past, or when we're anxious or worried or scared about the future, a Our mind is busy outside of the moment, and it really misses the chance to connect with all of that beautiful support. It's like our chairs and couches and beds, and even our shoes and slippers are extensions of Mother Earth, examples of how beautifully and wonderfully and lovingly supported we are in any given moment of the day. My friends, just tap into and feel this support. I know that I could use it right now in my life, and it feels so delicious. It feels so wonderful to be here in your group, in your presence, where we are also lovingly supporting each other, celebrating our ahas, tenderly supporting our challenges. And take a moment to reach out with your intuition and your feelings and see what guidance you are seeking, what feels most important to you today. Is it an actual practical matter, or perhaps is the real seeking regarding a state of mind or being or emotion? And allow your heart to open to receiving whatever guidance comes up today or in the near future for you, trusting that the very desire for an answer will result, very questioning will result in an answer. Perhaps not in today's live, but at some point, in some manner, as the universe perfectly and beautifully orchestrates people, places, and things on your behalf. Mm. And just allow that questioning, that seeking to be held in your heart, holding it with your love and support, treasuring it like a cherished member of your family, friends, or a belonging, just holding it dearly in your heart. Dear universe, please fill our hearts with your divine love, that we may be connected to it, that we may remember its ever presence in our lives. Spirit, please open our minds to your infinite wisdom. Our powerful minds can try to run the show, but when we open our minds and allow your wisdom to come in, then we too know exactly what is right for us. And God, dear source, please bolster our strength and courage with your own divine strength and courage. The courage to face not only the scary and challenging and difficult aspects of life, but also the joys and the wonders and the celebrations, so that we may be fully awake in every moment, and that we may remember more and more of what we knew before we became physical. And in doing so, we can celebrate our lives and celebrate the lives of others we are close to. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Hmm. As you're ready, my friends, slowly come back to the moment, opening your eyes, being soft and gentle in the here and now. You're welcome, Carolyn. She says, I got a reading from you last week that was really helpful. Also did Violet's session, and hearing your job manifesting script was very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, it's very helpful for me too. Hello, Gary. Welcome to you, our friend. Very good. Hello, Kane. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. All right, we have Rishi on the list. How was that meditation, guys? That was exactly what I needed, by the way. I feel so much better. Feel really, really good now. Wonderful, wonderful. Now's the time to start taking names for the list, my friends, and everybody has a chance on my lives. Excuse me. So who would like a reading today? Inga is getting on the list. Who else? Ah, this is your first time on the app, Kane. Welcome to you. My name is Greg. I'm coming to you from Utah in the United States in Mountain Time. I am, for those who are first timers, I'm an energy reader, a channel, and a spiritual guide for seekers and sensitives on the path to the heart. I do a lot of readings, different kinds. Today we're doing channeled messages, but I also do a really fun live session on Saturdays called the Readings Extravaganza, where if you get called on, you get to pick your type of reading between energy, channeled messages, and oracle card pulls. But today we're just doing channeled messages. All right, Inga, Gary, Joanne. Hi, Miffy. Welcome to you. Is this your first time with us today? Lancashire, UK. Wonderful. Hannah, I love collective meditations too. All right, let's see. Did I miss anybody yet? Who else wants to get on the list? Melinda, we will add you. Gary, you are a first timer. Today, we're all first timers because this is our first time together today. I love that, Gary. I don't know if that's what you meant. Hi, D, UK2, first time. Welcome. Oh, it's so nice to have first timers. I hope that you enjoy the live today. I do a special thing where everybody has a chance at a reading. So if you want a reading today, we can get you on the list and we spin the wheel to let the universe pick who gets to go. Melinda is following you. Yes. Linda, did you say you want to get on? Can't remember. I have to scroll back a little. Oh, you're welcome, Kane. I hope you do feel welcome. There's a lot of love in my lives. I hold a really beautiful, safe space. I hope it's safe. I think it's safe, personally, with a lot of love. So, Kane, you want to get on? Okay, Kane's going to get on the list. Who else? I haven't seen Kane spelled that way. That's nice. No, Thomas, but I can add you, buddy. Welcome to you, by the way. Who else? Miffy wants on the list. Wonderful. Oh, Linda's giving up space for another D. We will add you as well, but not on the same name as Miffy. I almost typed it there. All right, so I have Rishi, Inga, Gary, Joanne, Melinda, Kane, Thomas, Miffy, and D. Who else would like to be on the list? You can always add your name later if you're not quite ready, because that's the beauty of using spin the wheel. Even people who want to get on later or come late, there is no late, but who come not at the beginning. Yes, Janine. Is it Janine with a G? Oh, wonderful. Oh, and you're new too? Excellent. Yes, hello. Welcome. Where are all the new people from? Janine, where do you live? Linda's stalking Melinda. Melinda is stalking Linda. Boston, Massachusetts. Good old Beantown. I've been there. I've been there in a while though. All right. Okay, Gary. Let's hope you don't get called on first then if you're going to be gone for a few minutes. Yes, welcome to the tribe. Who's new to everybody's lots of new people. Kane, Miffy, D, Janine. That's great to have you guys. We really appreciate it. Um, If you like the live, please remember to follow. That way you'll get notified. I've got another one coming on Friday. Actually, this Friday's live is very special. I had a fun idea and everybody said that they would love it. We're doing an Ask Me Anything. So it won't be readings and guidance, although there might be guidance coming out of it, but it's basically Q&A with me. So you can ask me about my spiritual path, my journey, what I do these days, how I got into it, being a teacher on Insight Timer, what I've done in the past. You can pretty much ask anything, and I'm really good with boundaries. So if I'm not comfortable answering it, I will say no. So don't worry about asking anything. It's really an anything goes, and that'll be Friday. And then on Saturday, we're doing more readings, the readings extravaganza, where you, if you get selected by the wheel, get to pick the type of reading you want. So I think it's going to be really, really fun to do that. Oh, Kane's in Washington. Wonderful. Welcome to you. All right, let's spin the wheel. Guys, let me know if you can hear the sound from the wheel. Violet's going to teach me how to pipe it through the stream, through the live, but I won't be able to learn that quite yet. So hopefully that'll come through soon. Kane, I heard about Insight Timer from someone on a BetterHelp class. Glad there are tools for people struggling like me. Oh, then you're just in the right place, Kane. Welcome to you. There's so many great teachers on the app, and there's so much great content and materials. I have some tracks I can recommend, and then I recommend a bunch of other teachers as well. I love giving props to other teachers. So here we go. Can you hear the wheel? It's amazing you guys can hear the wheel. See, to me, it sounds so faint. Rishi, you're up. Oh my goodness. First on the list and first to get called. And the applause. I'm glad you can hear the applause. Yay, Rishi gets called. Wow, look at that. You are a lucky ducky. I will have you type your question again, though, and especially after that meditation, your question may have altered or shifted. Kane says, I hope so. I'm making a lot of changes in my life. Yes. Yes. And Joanne says, you're definitely in the right place. It's been Joanne's lifesaver. Yep. Could I have career guidance, please, as I'm struggling to find a job? Tell me about your struggle, my friend. Without getting too deep down the negative rabbit hole, and with as much clarity as you can muster, which I realize could be difficult, where do you feel you're struggling with the search? I have to be careful not to drink too much water because I will overheat. Rishi, I keep getting rejections after rejections, including internships. I have what it takes. Okay. And how do you feel after the rejections, Rishi? Rejection can be difficult. All right. Guides and circles have a please open me to a message for Rishi. Hmm. The guides understand how challenging this is for you right now. And they're wanting to offer you all the love and support that's available to you. They're encouraging you to find a tool or a mental game to separate any questions or doubts or sense of worth from the process of the seeking, as well as particularly particularly in the moments of the rejection. I mean, personally, for me, getting the rejection can sometimes feel really difficult. And other times when I get a rejection, it simply means to me that I'm just one opportunity closer to what it is that is going to be the best job for me. So, I mean, really, see what you're saying. Keep getting, we already said that, demotivated and burnt out and low on confidence. Exactly. Okay, so they're on the right path with this. So it's really important for all of us, is really what they're, the sense that I'm getting, to separate what we think about ourselves from what is actually occurring outside of ourselves. Okay, because the culturally we have been incorrectly taught that um, shifts and changes and results in external, meaning situations, scenarios, conditions, circumstances, everything outside of ourselves, that those need to change in order for us to feel a certain way. But when it comes to a job search, if you really think about it, unless you're just starting out, and that maybe not even necessarily with that, but when you have what it takes, like Rishi said, when you have the skills for what you're looking for, then it's so important to stay inside ourselves and reminding ourselves on a regular basis of what we're good at, right? And it doesn't, the rejection doesn't mean we're not good at it. The rejection means that the universe is orchestrating something better. The rejection means that this wasn't the right opportunity for us. The rejection means that the other people had a different energetic preference or logistical priority that they felt we didn't fit into. And the only way that we can find or receive right employment, right being, meaning employment that aligns with everything that we desire, all of our preferences, all of our joys, the only way we can find that is if it is a vibrational match on both sides of the table, right? And so the company doing the rejecting is basic. I know it's so cliche, but it is so true. The company doing the rejection is doing us a favor because they're removing their name from the hat. And yeah, I can certainly sympathize with a lot of the emotions that come up, Rishi. And there's what the guides are really saying. Let's see if there's anything more. Oh, they're just so happy about who you are. They want you to celebrate who you are regardless of the rejections. They think you are beautiful, and they think that you are talented, and they think that you are amazing, and they love you very, very much. The universe loves you. And how could it not? We are really employees of love. Where does love want us to serve next? I mean, that's wow, that's the message for me. Damn. Damn, I'd forgotten that. Wow, that really hits home. Love is my employer. And why wouldn't love take care of me? Why wouldn't love, as it always does, perfectly support me? The universe has never not supported me. I've questioned it, I've doubted it, I've looked for evidence and not seen it and gotten scared. But all the important moments, the universe has always been there for me. I mean, 2008, I lost everything. 2009 was part of that process, and people took me in, and I house hopped and I house sat, and then my mom died, and I had no place to go after she died in hospice. And her best friend took me in for the last 12 years, and when that person died, one of my best friends took me in. Like, how is that not evidence that love is supporting me? And I forgot that. So I thank you, Rishi, for this question. And the guides really want you to know how awesome you are. The council celebrates you every single day. And so I get how hard it is to show up and do the job search. But you are beautiful, Rishi. You are wonderful and you are amazing. And they want you to remember that every day. They want you to remember that every day. And they want you to intentionally connect with the divine so that you do remember how amazing you are and that how love is your employer. Oh, I needed that a little bit of cry. Let's see what you guys said. Oh, I didn't have to scroll too far back. Kane, sometimes it just takes the right person to give you a chance. Don't ever give up, Rishi. Oh, Kane's going through a hard time and they're offering support. Yeah, that's amazing. Rejection's hard, but sometimes I feel it's the universe pushing you in a different direction. Or just clearing the way. Or just clearing the way. Kane, I agree. It could be different direction. It could just be clearing the way. Rishi, oh, Kane, come to the group, ask your guides. Yeah. And it's live on July 11th or August 2nd. It's a live where there will be a lot of teachers. Yeah, Kane, you'll really love that. Look for Violet 108. She's a wonderful teacher. Look for her profile, and then I'm actually going to be attending that. Um, so let's see what else you guys saying. Rishi gets what I mean. Society and family gets so judgmental. Gets hard to practice self-love. Wow, that made me emotional knowing I'm loved. Yeah, Rishi, you are loved. We're all loved, by the way. That was a message for all of us. Love is in your heart, Inga says. Christiane is giving lots of hearts. Miffy, please take me off the list. Your words and the comments have answered my question. I love when that happens. Blessings to you, Miffy. I'm glad you got your question answered. Peta, hello, my dear friend. Peta Butta, Peta Brook. You are loved and supported. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so beautiful. We are all loved and protected. Yes. All right. Miffy's name. Miffy, that's amazing. Rishi just served both of us. Rishi, think about that for a second. Your question just helped at least two other people in this live stream right now. And that question was coming from your heart. So that as well is evidence of love and support. And you are being of service even though you haven't found the job for you yet. Okay. Yeah, it helped Linda too. Yeah, and Thomas got very emotional from it. Yes, Yvonne, I will add you, dear. Awesome. I mean, you really, really helped me, Rishi. So take that to heart. All right, my friends. Yvonne, I just added you, sweetheart. Who else would like to be on the list for a reading? Plenty of room. Everybody can be on. Rishi, are you complete, my friend? I hope that that served you well. Oh, and the last thing, which is something I have constantly remind myself and constantly offer to you guys, remember that whenever you are seeking something, anything that you want in life is because of how you think it will make you feel. So get really clear, my friend, really clear on how you want to feel when you get this job. And then instead of asking for the job, ask whatever you consider the divine, the universe, source, spirit, whatever, ask it for the emotions. And whenever you are applying to a job and evaluating it, evaluate it on whether or not it will mesh with those emotions that you are requesting. So take the particulars out of it. Obviously, we have budgetary needs and locational needs and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you think that job or item or car or person, place or thing or business or whatever will make you feel. And if that's what you're, since that's what it's about, ask the universe for that, and that will enable it to knock your socks off. So try that out. I have a wonderful video online about that, but not, I don't have a track about that. Guys, I should make a track about that, shouldn't I? Yvonne missed Rishi. Thomas says we forget those things. It's like, oh, every time it moves. We forget these things. It's like the antidote to a lot of society. Yeah. Oh, okay. The community is so wholesome. Yes, it is. It really is. Rishi, yes, their love keeps me the strength to keep going. Thank you for your time. You're welcome. I'm glad you are complete. All right, my friends, we're going to spin again. Does anyone else want to get on the wheel? Bliss. Yeah. Well, make a list of the feelings you want. For me, I have fun with it. They're all F words. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to have fun. I want to feel freedom, flexibility, and financial fluidity. And there might be another one in there, but I don't know why. But when it comes to work and business, the F words are it for me. When it comes to relationships, it's like C words and S words. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. All right. Yes. Thought of a different word, Thomas. She did. Anyone else want to get on the list before I spin again? Peter, yes, indeed, my dear. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Peter, by the way, the council slash circle has started shooting rainbow, very fine, thin rainbow beams of light, rainbow colored beams of light into my heart over the last 2 weeks. Did I tell you that? I forget. You slept in. Good. Rishi, you're going to bed? Okay. Good night from India, he says. Have a great sleep. Yes. Good luck. May your day be flowing and graceful tomorrow. All right. I'm going to spin the wheel. Good night, Rishi. Good night, Rishi. Good night, Rishi. We hate to see you go. Janine, you're the next contestant on the wheel. Good guidance. Janine, are you still here? Janine with a G. It's like Genie almost. I didn't tell you that, Peter. Yeah, it happened last week at some point during meditation, and they just, they've been circling around my heart when I see them, and they all just started shooting it, and it was like micro, it was like laser beam, and they were all rainbow colors. Like each beam had rainbows in the beam of light. And it was definitely they're getting me ready for something. I don't know what it is, but they keep helping refine or shift or fine tune. I think they're fine tuning my energy field or something because this kind of thing keeps happening. It's quite fascinating. Kane says, if I'm being honest, I haven't eaten in 5 days and I've been dealing with mental anguish. I hope you all know that you are making me feel way more positive. Wonderful. Well, you are doing that too, Kane, because you showed up for the live and you are open and allowing us to love you and support you exactly where you're at. Yeah, sending a lot of love your way. All right. Janine is looking for any message that is meant for me. All right. So that's what Gary calls wing it. So we're going to wing it, Janine. Oh, Dee, okay. Come back another time. Yes. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do follow so you get notified of the rest of my whenever I bring out new lives. All right. Do take care. Ciao, as Inga says. Thomas is doing B words. All right, Janine, here we go. I am looking for any message, belonging. Yes, that is a great, and fellowship would be another way to say that. So that'd be an extra effort. Looking for any message that is meant for me. Guys in circles. Please open me for a message for Janine. Mm-hmm. There is so much love for you here, Janine. I just was immediately the very first thing that came in was just this overwhelming swath of love. Let me feel in deeper and see what I have there. The word fine tuning is coming through, which reminds me of the concept of Kaizen. Has anyone heard of Kaizen? It's a Japanese business and cultural principle. It's really quite beautiful, and it basically the essence of the concept is the notion of continual improvement. That there is no such thing as perfection, and I love this concept because when we think about anything in life, and this message of fine tuning, I'm not sure. Maybe Janine, you could clarify maybe if there's an area of life that you're needing to tweak or feeling like you want to tweak or fine tune. But The message is about fine tuning. Oh, okay. And they're encouraging this tuning process, this tweaking or fine tuning to be um to go gently with it, my friend, to be easeful with it, to not be hard on yourself while you're going through it, but to keep an open heart and a gentle, curious mind without succumbing to the notion of perfection as you are fine tuning. I'm not sure how this relates. Let me know what's resonating for you with this. Is there something, an area in your life that you are feeling drawn to refine or fine tune, Janine? Well, meanwhile, I'll see if there's anything else there. Yeah, it's just a really gentle encouragement to be gentle and easeful with this tweaking and tuning, to practice letting go of perfection and to think about or look up the concept of Kaizen, your intuition. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Ah, this would make sense then that they're encouraging and inviting sort of a gentleness and easefulness in it, because intuition is not something that is, while we can get intuitive hits that feel quite strong and potent, it is not a forceful thing. It is not something it is not something that we can push or prod. It has more to do with our openness to source and to energy and to emotion. So the image that comes through my mind is those square peg round hole games or whatever, the different shaped pegs and the different shaped holes. Like that is kind of a reflection of how the mind works, like trying to get the square peg in a square hole, but when the mind gets obsessed about how awesome the round hole looks, it tries to put the square peg in the round hole. That's not how intuition works. Intuition is more like sitting at the beach and you're watching the waves come in, and you just keep watching the waves come in and you marvel at how they move so naturally and gently and how much power and essence and strength is in them. And then you watch as they lap up on the shore or lap up on the beach or the coastline, and you suddenly realize that there's little critters and little life forms and whatnot that get washed up on the beach. And from your heart, you want to make sure that they can get back in the water. And so you walk over without even thinking, and you sort of just dig a little trench so that the water can capture them and that the tide can grab them and pull them back out. That's kind of like what intuition is like. It's easeful, it's gentle, it acknowledges the potency and the power, and yet it doesn't try to force or do anything. It just happens naturally, and you get to and you see and you have a moment of compassion for that little creature, and you realize there's probably plenty of creatures over time that have gotten caught on the beach and never made it back into the ocean, and that's okay. You might have a moment of sadness for them, a moment of compassion or understanding, but it's not our job to fix the planet. It's not our job to fix the flow of the ocean. But in that moment, you're just responding to what you are suddenly seeing. And that's how intuition is. Hi, Liz. Welcome. Janine agrees. Welcome back, Carrie. Excellent. Let me see if there's anything else more there for you, Janine. They're encouraging you to deepen your practice, whatever that might mean to you, and not in a I've got to do it way, not in an obligatory or taskless or objective way, but to deepen in terms of They're asking you to listen and observe, become the observer, be the witness, and hold that curious mind. And then to drop into that. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that means something to you. I'm not exactly sure. Um, I'm not exactly sure what that last piece means, but hopefully that means something to you. Yes, wonderful. Janine, are you complete? That is a really sweet little reading. While Janine is responding to that, which I think I have a sense that she's complete, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. It's such an honor and a joy and a pleasure for me. Finances were on your mind. Yes, indeed. It's so great to have you here. I happily invite you to follow me. We just hit 500 followers last week, which is really awesome. That was before the end of the June month of June. And also, we have a beautiful group on Insight Timer called Circle of Love. You are more than welcome to join it. It's like a little community inside our community of followers. And you can find that by going to the home tab of my teacher's profile and scroll all the way down. And then there's some other resources as well. I invite you to visit my link on the About tab of the teacher's profile. I have all my outside Insight Timer connections there, all my socials, email, other things like that. Every live I do, I record and put as a replay up on my Tube of the U on the YouTube channel. And so folks can go back and re-listen to the reading they had or the reading that touched them. And also, I just want to that's not how I want to say it. Yeah, I just want to thank you all for your love and support. If anyone feels so called to donate today, I more than appreciate it. I do have to pay for this chair somehow, so I would really appreciate it. But every donation to me is like a celebration. I know that's a new concept for a lot of folks, but why not? I would rather celebrate the sharing of abundance between us and then out to the rest of the world than anything else, because that to me feels like a victory and a victory in acknowledging all of our abundance. So there's other ways to support. You can listen to my tracks. Oh, by the way, for anyone who hasn't heard, as of July 1st, which was earlier this week, teachers are no longer getting paid for replying to your reviews and responses. But what they are exploring is this really cool thing called return rate. So if you like a teacher's track, and you think that it could be something you'd enjoy listening to on a regular basis, that's going to be how we get sort of, that's the way for you to do something without using your money to support teachers to get paid. Let's put it that way. More details are coming from Insight Timer down the road. But I love this direction that they're heading, because it's about building community and it's about retention of people's within the community. So hopefully that'll apply to visiting lives as well, since I mostly do lives, but we will see. So Janine, thank you so much for your question today. And I'm going to get ready to spin the wheel. Would anyone else like to be on it before I spin again? Well, yes, and the retreats. Although I did find out that they can't do the online retreats, which is what I was wanting to do, because Apple will want to take a cut out of anything that occurs online that's promoted from within the app, which is fascinating because now I understand why we actually can't promote anything. It's not because Insight Timer doesn't want us to promote, it's because of the platforms that host it. So that was quite fascinating. Well, it's funny you say that, Linda. That would be fun. But I am planning down the road to have retreats when I arrive and finally move to the Canary Islands. I think that would be a pretty awesome place to have retreats. So, in fact, that was one of the reasons I was invited by my German Insight Timer friends to move there. Anyways, anyone else want to get on the list before I spin again? Everybody has a chance to be on the list. I'm going to shuffle it up and I'm going to spin. I'm still amazed you guys can hear that. Tenerife. Yes, I love it. Linda says, better yet, this is why I do my own painting. Absolutely. Melinda, you're the next. Hannah, I have to go and get my boy ready for school. Okay. Thank you for the lovely energy of the group. You're welcome, my dear. Good to see you as always. Wonderful. All right, Melinda, how can I be of assistance to you? What guidance do you seek? Melinda is very lucky. Keep making that music, Hannah. I love that. That's awesome. Be well, go well, Thomas says. Hmm. I think a retreat would be really fun. I've never thought of doing them in person, although I've always had this vision of me standing in front of a bunch of people in a room, and it's just the energy is amazing. So I guess we are putting that into the hopper for the universe to create. That would be lovely. Melinda asks, I would love to hear anything my guides need to tell me, please. Please. I love that you are so polite in asking that. Okay, let's see what we got. This chair is already making indents. Guidance circle 7, please open me to any message for Melinda, please. Okay, clarification, please. I'm not sure what this means yet, Melinda, but they're giving me this word parallel. Asking for clarification. Okay. I I was given the image. Okay, this is really interesting. It might be a little hard to describe, so bear with me here. Um, so first they gave me the word parallel. Hey Jay, good to see you, sweetheart. Nice. Oh, it's so nice to have you join us. Um, so first they gave the word parallel, and then they gave an image that I think is either related or opposite of the parallel, but the image that they gave me was the sun on one side of the globe and the moon on the other, and them rotating synchronously like this. So everything was in sync, and the sun was shining on one side of the planet, and the moon was here on the other, and they were just rotating around in unison, in perfect synchronicity. So I'm not really sure. All right, I gotta ask for more clarification. These are very subtle. Oh, I think what they're trying to convey is that what you are wanting, Melinda, is in motion with you in parallel and synchronously, but just like the moon being on the other side of the earth from the sun in this image, the one cannot see the other. But when we look at it from a macro view instead of a micro view, we see that both are moving in unison. And the energy of this message is that what you are wanting is moving forward with you. And I think what they're implying is that at some point, as you work on aligning with what you're wanting, at some point the lines will cross and you will either join with it or cross paths and then continue onward. Does that make any sense, Melinda? It's very subtle and very specific. Oh, Jay just got home. That's awesome. You love that? What does this mean, Melinda? I think it's very specific for you. So maybe you can let us know what this is about. It's very specific guidance, but not but without the details of what the topic was. Let's put it that way. Melinda says, I was thinking about how my daughter lives in Spain and wants me to move there. The moon is out there when the sun is out here. Oh, now that's interesting. I've been talking about living there part time. Oh, you could move to the Canary Islands. I know there's one other Insight Timer meditator that also wants to move there. I mean, there's more than one, but Canaries aren't that far from Spain. Where's your daughter live? Barcelona or where? Maybe get a small place there and go back and forth. Yeah. Believe it or not, the Canary Islands are cheaper than most of the US and most of Europe, which blows my mind. Yeah. So, Melinda, does this reading make sense to you? Does this resonate? Thomas loves Barcelona. I haven't been, but when I move to the Canaries, I'm really looking forward to visiting the rest of Europe. I love Europe, and there's so many places that I haven't gotten to see. There's so much parts of Greece and Italy, up to the UK, some of Germany. I have never been to Scandinavia or any of those. Poland, I've never really been to. Been on the east. I've just so many places I want to see. I'd much rather tour Europe than the US, quite honestly, even though the US is beautiful. Melinda says, I'm just guessing about that. You're really not sure. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, it's very subtle and very specific. So hopefully a thought or an occurrence happens that solidifies this for you. But just remember that the message of what you are wanting is moving in unison with you. It's parallel to you or unseen, just like the sun and the moon, but it is moving in unison. And I guess to trust that even though you can't see it, and this is true for everybody, even Rishi's question earlier, I love this. They just told me this is for all of us, not just Melinda. When we don't see evidence of what we are wanting, they're calling and inviting us and encouraging us to trust that it is in motion as well. What we are wanting is in motion, parallel to us, in unison, in synchronous motion with us, but we can't see it. And so we're really being called to have faith that it is in motion as well. My job, Reese's job, Carolyn's job, they're all in motion. It's not like nothing's happening there. It's not like the universe isn't orchestrating things. It is. So we have to trust. We don't have to. They're encouraging and inviting us to trust and remember that these things we are wanting, whatever they are also in motion, even though we can't see it. And to begin to not pay so much heed to the evidence, right? The eyes and the mind are looking for evidence outside of us. When we're job searching, what are we looking for? We're looking for interviews, we're looking for offers, right? Those will come because what we're wanting is in parallel motion with us, and they are asking us to remember to trust that. So that's a message for all of us. Oh, yeah, you are more than welcome to have a reading. I do privates for those who are new. I haven't done one in a while, so that would be fun, Melinda. I would love to do that. And we're same time zone, so that'd be really easy to set up. Just go to my link on the About section of my profile, and you'll find the connection to my calendar there, and you can book right directly if you are feeling so called. Julie, I can add you to the list. I don't take random leadings off of the chat, but I have a beautiful wheel where we put everybody in the list and the universe decides who gets to go next. So if you'd like, I will add you, which it sounds like you would. And we do have a little bit of time left, but thank you for asking, Julie. I just added you. Let's see what else you guys saying. Yes, cut out for a couple of minutes. Oh, okay. I do feel that. Wonderful. Great. Rev J, I'm so bummed I keep freezing. Sending lots of love to you. Oh, is everybody freezing? Try and reset the app and come back in. I wonder what's going on with internet today. Melinda, things have changed a lot in my life recently because I've started to live in trust and love instead of fear and worry. See, you're on it. It's just the reminder. They're giving you They're giving you a tweak, for example. They're giving you a little bit of extra way to look at things. This notion of things that we're wanting moving in parallel with us, right? And then eventually, when we come into alignment, they meet. I love this concept. I have to remember this. I might need to rewatch this one myself. Celia wants to be added. Wonderful. Is there anyone else I missed? Nicole? Hey, welcome back, Nicole. Good to see you, dear. You recorded the audio. Fantastic, Melinda. Well, I'm recording too, and it'll be up on YouTube later tonight. Kane, I am finished in about 25 minutes. I only do about an hour and a half. I've discovered that that's about the max my energy can handle. Bye, Rev. See you later. All right. Ready to spin the wheel again. Let's see who gets called by the universe. I love this new chair. I got to get used to the heat aspect of it, though. Sorry to show you guys my head. And guess who gets called on? Nicole. There you go, my dear. How can I be of assistance? What guidance do you seek from the all that is? I did, Yvonne. I did add you. I see your name right there. I'm going to shuffle again. Nicole, you're welcome. Thank you for checking. Thank you for speaking up for yourself, taking care of what you are wishing to have. Yes, indeed. That is an act of self-care. Nicole, I need to know whether or not I am on the right track. You are. I don't even have to ask the guides for that. Do you want to be more specific though, my friend? I know I know I'm being a smidge glib, but I'm also quite serious. We are always on the right track. I know that it doesn't feel like that sometimes, and I need that reminder too, my friend. But you are. The very fact that you are here asking whether you are on the right track means that you're on the right track. My career path and chosen destination. So that sounds like two things. What do you mean by chosen destination? Ooh, and you're in Spain already. That's where I'm going someday soon. Clarify what you mean by chosen destination. Ah, you have to move. I know the feeling. I had to do that too. That is one of the most stressful things when you have to move. It's stressful enough when you choose to move, but when you have to move, it's extra stressful. It's because of finances, indeed. Okay, let me see if the universe has a lovely message for you. Guides and circles. The first word that came through was trust. And then the next thing that is coming through is they're acknowledging that the stress of the current situation is contributing to your lack of faith and trust. And they're wanting you, they're inviting you to create a daily habit or practice of looking for evidence of support in your life. Or at first they were encouraging you to look at nature, but nature's not always something that people, not everybody's into nature. But they're basically, you're in Canary Islands. That's where I'm moving. Oh, that's funny. So that they're basically saying that you can look for evidence in nature, but it's more than just nature. They want you, I always say that, but it's not, understand that when I say want, it's really an invitation. It is not something that they insist on you doing, but they are encouraging you to make a daily practice, Nicole, of looking for evidence in life, evidence of love, evidence of support, evidence of abundance. They're inviting you to, and this is something that I got from Susan Sage, another wonderful teacher and channel as well, professional intuitive. So definitely check Susan out if you guys haven't already. But she introduced me to this concept of thinking about the myriad blades of grass that are present on the planet, looking at how the trees have so many leaves, and then thinking about the trees in my yard, the trees in the yard next over, the entire number of trees in the neighborhood, all the leaves there, all the leaves in the city that I live in, and just making it there so that they're encouraging you through me to make a daily practice of looking at life for evidences. And yes, you may have to move still regarding the finances, but they're very specific about trying to get you to separate from looking at all the scenarios and situations and conditions and specifics. And while those may not change, they're wanting you to tap into the all that is by looking for evidence on a daily basis. Is that something you can do or are willing to do? Do you want guidance on how to go about doing that? No, CG, there's never too late here. We always have love and always have guidance. Daily gratitude, it's more than that. It's more than that. And honestly, I encourage everybody to skip over gratitude and go right for appreciation and love. Why is that? And I'm going to explain that right now. So, this is a hot take for anybody who's interested. I grew up spiritually on gratitude lists. So, they're fantastic. But gratitude is a lower vibration than appreciation and love. And I'll tell you why. Because gratitude has an aspect quite frequently, if you really think about it and you look at it closely, there's times when gratitude is just pure thankfulness, and that is beautiful. But there's a lot of times that we're grateful for something that didn't happen. We're grateful for a result that didn't occur. We're grateful that we made a decision and didn't go down a certain path, right? You hear this a lot in 12-step programs. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic or whatever, and they're basically saying they're grateful that they have recovery, but they're also grateful that they didn't get any worse a lot of times. So there's a lot there's this aspect of present and past a little bit. And so, and while it's a very powerful tool, I personally think that focusing on appreciation and love is more powerful because it is a purer and a higher vibration. And when you think about it, when you're sitting down to have a beautiful meal that you just is absolutely delish for you, you might say, I'm very grateful for this food. But 9 times out of 10, most people say, God, I love this meal. It is so delicious, right? And there's that pure enjoyment, there's that pure satisfaction, there's that pure appreciation of it. And so what the guides are trying to say for you on this particular topic, Nicole, they're inviting you to separate what you think about the situation. It's very similar to the earlier reading, but different. um it's subtle, so let me try and tap into this a little bit more. So okay, they're wanting me to walk you through this as an example. So, for example, you're looking at your finances, you're looking at the dollar signs, you're looking at how many zeros are in front or behind, you're looking at the bills, you're looking at this. This begins to lower your vibration because these things are these things are basically bringing you down emotionally, because as you're looking at them, you're seeing evidence of what you don't want, and it's lowering the vibration that you are carrying, right? And so these things become more and more upsetting the more we focus on them. And I'm not saying this is specifically what you're doing. They're just wanting me to talk through this out loud as an example. And I guess maybe they're saying this might help other people as well. So the gist is that the more we are looking outside of ourselves at the evidence or the lack thereof, the only possibility for us energetically is to respond to that evidence. Okay. And what we see and notice and what we think about that dictates the emotional and therefore energetic response. So if instead you are walking through life and walking through the world and you're saying, wow, look at that blade of grass. Look at how many blade of grass is in my lawn. Oh, look at how many people are walking the street. Look at how many hearts people are putting in the live when they're happy and encouraging and supporting a teacher. Look at how many clouds are in the sky. Look at how many beautiful raindrops come down when it rains. Just begin to walk through life, making it a regular practice to look for evidence of beauty. Call it beauty, call it abundance, call it things to appreciate, things to love, right? There's a game that I've played for the last 30 days. It's called the appreciation game. Every night before I go to bed, I make a list in my mind, just a quick one, a real easy one of things that I appreciate. And it can change from night to night. It could be how much I love my brother and sister, or how much I appreciate my friends hosting me for these few months in Utah, how much I appreciate the time I get to spend with you guys. It could be very simple, or it could be very magnificent. It doesn't have to be super special, but it just means it's something that's easy for you to love and appreciate for yourself. And then when I wake up in the morning, before I even throw my legs over the edge of the bed and put my feet on the floor, I go through that list again mentally. And what this does is it establishes a habit of looking for things to appreciate. And when we do that, we're raising our vibration. And when we raise our vibration, it allows the universe, it allows source, it allows God, it allows spirit to work magic and miracles in our lives, right? And so this is very much a positive and powerful tool. Those who like to attend Violet 108 sessions, she does a thing called scripting. It's the exact same idea, but the scripting is journaling it. So whatever works for you in that capacity. When I'm out on my walks and I'm feeling low in the morning, I start looking at the grass, I start looking at the leaves, I start looking at the flowers, I start listening to the birds. There's so much evidence of beauty and abundance and appreciation and love in the world that we can miss it easy, right? But when we start to look for it on a regular basis, trust me, you will start to feel better. So even if you have to still move, still move, you still make the decision. So you still have the power of choice on this, Nicole. But even if you do end up choosing to move, it's important to separate all these circumstances and stuff outside of you from the way you're looking at it. And so they're inviting you to look at it in this new way. Hopefully this is something that you're willing to do, and they encourage you to ease into it. Like Peta said she'd do the 30-day challenge that we did for the appreciation game. And I said, you just have to do it one day at a time. When she expressed, I don't know if I could do it for 30 days. Well, you know what? I don't know if I can do it for 30 days. I just do it one day at a time. And I do it because it helps me feel better. So that was a big channel there. Let me see what we've got. Yes, Susan's live is coming up tonight for me. Oh, hello, Heather. She says, I'm from America and moved to Europe 10 years ago. Way of life is better, in my opinion. Spain would be lovely. Weather is better than here in the UK. I agree, Heather. I mean, I've traveled Europe and I love it. But thank you for sharing that. I really, really appreciate hearing that. What else we got? What did I miss? People saying hi to Liz again. You're willing to do that. Wonderful, Nicole. I have opted to try and move to China. Fantastic. Just for a little while. And you know what? Nothing's forever unless you want it to be, right? Heather, I'm definitely going to start joining these more. Great messages. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. China does sound cool. You know, I've thought I might go to parts in Asia as well, or down to South America for a little bit before I move to Canaries. I don't know if that will happen or not. Celia, so gratitude is more on a superficial. No, Celia, I don't think it's superficial. Just if you look at Abraham Hicks' emotional guidance scale, gratitude falls lower than that. And when I saw that, I was like, it's still way up there. But when I thought about that, when I really reflected for myself, I was often expressing gratitude in reflection of something from the past. The problem is that that mindset, the focus of that expression is partially on thanks, but the topic is about something from the past that didn't or could have occurred. That's often how gratitude is used. And there's other times that it's used in just pure thanks. And thankfulness is a very high vibration. It's just not as high as love. It's just love is the highest right now that we have access to. There will be higher, I have been told. There will be higher vibrations that eventually we'll have access to. But right now on the planet, our evolutionary path is to raise our vibration into love out of fear. And then when we're there, I think that more will be revealed. So gratitude, think about it as a rung on the ladder to appreciation. If you can't quite get to appreciation, yes, please do gratitude lists. They're so powerful, they're so helpful. But my encouragement is to strive for love, really. And that's why I encourage that. So gratitude's not superficial, it's super strong. I just think they're stronger. I guess is that answer your question on that, Cecilia? All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, Nicole says, I started a 30-day gratitude journal on my WhatsApp status every day. I love that. That was more than 100 days ago. Still do it every day, but sometimes I struggle to think of something. Yeah. Oh, what was I right about? I don't know. Nicole, yes, I have made the decision. Going ahead with it. I can always return to Spain one day. So there you go. I was right at the beginning. You are on the right path, my friend. And hopefully when you come back to Spain, I'll be on the Canaries and we can say hi and give a hug and say hello. That would be fun. Can I wish you were streaming longer? I'm really enjoying this. Well, you can always go to my YouTubes and rewatch it. I have tons. I have everything except I've been live. I started lives in December of last year, and there's only one that I have sillily forgotten to record. So they're all on my YouTube available to watch. And then come back on Friday, Kane. Gratitude can be a mixed vibration. Yeah, Ginger nailed it very simply. Ginger, you're always good at summarizing things. I love that. Thank you. Good, Ginger, good to see you. I'm always happy to see you. Let's see what else we got. Yes, you're welcome, Cecilia. Fantastic. Great. All right. It looks like I have time for one more. I'm not going to add any more names. Nicole, you are so welcome. She says, if you live in the Canaries, be sure to live on one of the bigger islands with better lines of transport and medical services on it. Oh, you're on a tiny remote. Yeah, I'm going to Tenerife. Tenerife is associated with the heart chakra. And as you can see, I'm all heart chakra. And I can't say the name of the mountain right, but I just love Tenerife. I've never been there, but it just feels like the right place for me. So I am super, super excited about it. Mount Tahiti. Tahiti, is that how you say it? Teide? I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why. I knew how to spell it though. Cool. All right. I'm spinning the wheel, my friends. Last reading for today, this morning, whatever time it is for you. For me, it is 4:22. I made that rhyme and I didn't intend to. And I made it a rhyme again. Gary, are you back? You are back, Gary. Gary's the next contestant, the next meditator, the next participant from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Taida. Taida. I can see it from here. What island are you on, Nicole? Are you on Las Gomera? La Gomera. Yeah. Gary, you're up. Too tiny. Okay. Wait, is La Gomera west of Tenerife? A couple of the islands are very rugged from what I've seen. Yeah. Gary, check my chakras, please. I'm doing channeled messages, buddy. So let's see what the guides have to say about your chakras. Is that okay, Gary? Perfect. All right. Guides in Circle 7, please open me to a message for our friend Gary. He wants to know about his chakras. So I'm getting a sense, interesting. Okay. So I'm getting a sense from them, and I have no idea if this is accurate, so you're going to have to let me know. I'm getting a sense they're telling me that the way in which you think about your chakras is, how do I say this? As though they're all separate instead of a system, instead of a unified system that's connected throughout the whole body. So they're encouraging you to reflect very deeply on how the chakras are connected for you, the experience of that. I'm not talking about a mental reflection of that. I'm talking about a deep inner reflection of actually trying to recognize the connection when it occurs, to feel the kundalini, if you will, to feel the energy rising from the root, going all the way up to the crown, and then as well as opening the crown and receiving all of the spiritual divine energy and bringing that back down into the body. I don't know why they're encouraging this, but they're wanting you to get a sense, a very visceral, emotional, energetic sense of the ebb and flow of this, almost like a cyclical process. It's not, I mean, it's not technically, I think it's not a cyclical system, meaning it's not formed in a circle. It's a line from the root up and from the root down and from the crown up. It's a line, but the energy flows back and forth through it as though it was on a cyclical system. Does that make sense? Thank you, Nicole, for your donation. I celebrate and honor the flow of abundance from you to me and then back out to the universe. Thank you for sharing your abundance with me, despite everything going on. That is really sweet. Oh, good, Kane. Please do come back on Friday. That would be lovely. Nicole says, only been here since September, Melinda. My favorite part of Spain is Andalusia, southwest near Portugal. Yes. Greg, I was froze. Did your screen freeze? Gary? Wow, everyone's screen's been freezing today. I wonder if we're in a Mercury retrograde or something. Yes, you're welcome, Nicole. Oh no, Gary is right, Inga. Gary, did you miss all of it? I can repeat it. I got a few minutes. You do look at them as individual, right? So, okay, so this is really important guidance because they're a system. They're part, it's just as much as your nervous system is a system, as your bloodstream is a system, as or what do you call it, the circulatory system. I'm not super scientific, and I'm not very medical at all, but I do know a bit. Yeah, so the chakras, it's an energetic system, and it's not just the seven main chakras. And some people talk about there's 12 or 13, some that are also in the body and some that are extended outside the body and down into the planet. But there's minor chakras that go throughout the arms and the legs. I mean, I first became aware of my gift through feeling the chakras in my palms of my hands, and that basically I was lining my chakras up with other people's and loving them up. So yeah, it's really they're really inviting you to, and they're being very clear. This is not a mental reflection. They're wanting you to viscerally feel, emotionally feel, energetically feel, which I am confident you can do. I know you can do this. The actual connection between them and how the energy flows up and down and throughout the system of your body. And they're inviting you to do this. And they're saying that if you're willing to do this and you make a regular intention to do this, they're saying that you will begin to have a greater sense of your own wholeness, and that by viewing the chakras as individual and separate from each other is very similar to viewing your gifts and your talents and parts of your life and parts of your body as though they are separate from you. And they're saying they're not, obviously they're not, but that you don't have that sort of, you haven't cultivated yet that deeper awareness that they're not separate, that you aren't separate. Does that make any sense? Okay. Okay. So I when you say I think that this has been my problem, I want to rephrase that because the energy I'm getting from them, it's not there's not an urgency, but there's and it's not a seriousness, but the energy I'm getting from this description that I'm giving you is that there's something very fundamental to this guidance and to this suggestion. And obviously, purely choice of whether you want to do it. But I kind of feel like this is the direction you're being called in. I could be wrong, of course. I'm never attached to any of the guidance that I offer. I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm just here to be of service. But I really feel there's a fundamental quality. There's a foundational, yes, that's better. A foundational quality to this energy that they're conveying about this for you. Does that does that make sense? How is that landing for you? Bye, Kane. Take good care of yourself. Yeah. I think that this is, and again, and what's another word? Foundational, fundamental, essential. Essential is a really interesting word. Essential. Essential. I don't know why, but I'm inspired to look up the definition of essential because I love looking up definitions. Essential, absolutely necessary, extremely important. Okay. A thing that is absolutely necessary. More definitions. The fundamental elements or characteristics of something. So there we go. That lines up with it. And it has its roots in the English word essence, from Latin essentia, see essence. Essence, the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something, especially something abstract that determines its character. In philosophy, a property or group of properties of something without which it would not exist or be what it is. So essential is a really powerful word for you. Very cool, Gary. My friends, it's an hour and 31 minutes. And with all the lights on in here, I'm getting really hot. And so I need to go and rest. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to those who donated. Thank you to those who were just sitting, being present. Even if you didn't say anything, if you just hung out and soaked up the energy, all 120 of you, I love you. It's great. You're welcome back. Please come back on Friday. We're doing a very special live Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Mountain Time. It's Ask Me Anything. You literally can ask me anything. And this isn't questions about guidance. This is you can ask me about anything. I mean, it is guidance. If you're curious about a topic that I've talked about over time and you want me to expound on it, if you're curious about something about me, how I got here, how I grew up, my spiritual journey, whatever, you can ask me anything. Literally anything. If it's something I don't want to answer, I'm really good with boundaries. I will tell you, I don't feel like answering that right now. I might give a vague answer. Who knows? And we'll see. Maybe there'll be some channeling, or maybe there'll be a little bit of reading. Who knows? But that I'm looking forward to that. That should be really really fun. And then Saturday afternoon, again 3 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm not good at time zone math, so please hope you can figure it out on yourself. But we're doing readings extravaganza. So same thing as today, except you get to pick an energy reading, you can get a channel message, or you can do an oracle card pull from our lovely oracle card decks. So I thank you for everybody for being here. Oh, Gary, I love you too. Thanks so much for being here. You're welcome, Ginger. It's always good to see you. Oh gosh, Pluto and Neptune are retro too, Linda says. Yes, I'm not really up on my astrology because I have not been able to attend Jackie's lives, unfortunately. Nicole says, thank you very much, everyone. Love and light to all. Celia says, I love this. Thank you. You are welcome. Please remember to follow. I love seeing the follows. I'm trying to build, not trying. It is my intention to have a beautiful, massive community of people on the path to the heart, all seeking and all supporting each other. So thank you for your participation in that today. Joanne says, thanks as always. It was a beautiful session. Thank you, Gary, for your sharing your abundance with me. I honor and appreciate and respect the flow of abundance from you to me and out to the rest of the world, and we celebrate it together. Linda says, I think you'll have a job by Friday. Who are you telling? Are you telling Rishi or me? Oh no, Rishi left. You're telling me that, Linda? Thank you. I only have a few applications out. Although I will tell you, I had a very interesting thing happen last week. I remembered on Friday, was it Friday or Thursday? I remembered that there is a game development studio that has an actual office on Tenerife. And I looked them up and they had the best vibe ever, the greatest humor, and their game had been successful that launched a couple years ago, and they're working on a second version of it. And I wrote them a note out of the blue because I got such a great intuitive hit off them. I had the exact same feeling of reading their website and thinking about their company and wanting to be there that I did for the laptop that I recently bought. And so I wrote them a note and a cover letter and emailed my resume on Monday. I haven't heard anything, but we'll see. That would be super, super cool. Inga, light, love, and calm healing to all you beautiful souls. Yes, indeed. Inga, thank you so much. And what else did Gary? Did Gary see something else? Oh, no, just that I love you. Okay. All right, my friends. I wish you much peace and joy today. Please. Well, I don't want. Yes, no, please. I implore you. If you are willing, look for evidence of love. Look for evidence of beauty. Look for evidence of abundance everywhere, in anything, in the smallest of things. When you open up the fridge and you're pulling out your greens or lettuce or spinach or whatever it is, look inside the box, pulling out your cereal. Look inside and look and think about how many hundreds of flakes are in that box of cereal. And then think about how many hundreds and millions of boxes of that cereal are existing around the planet. My friends, even a box of Cheerios is evidence of abundance. Silly, but it's true. Can you even imagine? I don't think we could even count how many millions of Cheerios exist on the planet right now. And then think about all the millions of Cheerios that people have eaten over time. And I'm not even a super huge Cheerios fan. Love is definitely here, Peter says. Yes, we all have it in abundance. All right, my friends, I've got to go. Wishing you much love and blessings. Linda, and how many people went into producing it? Yes, Melanie Underwood taught me that. Absolutely. How many people went in to produce that? And the money, the 100 I spent on my brand new chair today, that is supporting somebody else's thriving and somebody else's existence. The money that you donate to us teachers, it not only supports our thriving, but it allows us to pay for the things we need to pay for so that we are supporting the rest of the planet. It's all a system. It's like what the guys were saying to Gary. It's not separate. We're all connected. And I need that reminder just as much as everybody else. So thank you for that. All right, my friends, I'm going to go. Much love and blessings to you all. Have a great evening or rest of your day. Goodbye.